lasso, okay? And then we looked about how if Carl moved laterally either way, he'd give me the omoplata. Then we looked at if he didn't move laterally, I can manufacture the same response by getting this cross collar grip. And then from there, I take my foot off the hip, start pushing on Carl's thigh to get that open elbow, and then we were into the omoplata again. But sometimes when you're playing the shallow lasso and you have the cross collar grip, Carl's adamant on just pulling that elbow tight to his body. He knows you're looking for the omoplata. So two things has happened here. One, I can't get the omoplata, but I can take advantage of the fact that he's put tension in his body. And it's a lot easier to sweep someone when they're tense than when they're, chilled out. So from there, I'm going to take out my shallow lasso and put in a De La Riva hook. So just L-shape my left foot and I'm going to put it underneath Carl's right hamstring. Okay? And from there, my right foot's on the hip and he's tense. All he's interested in is bringing his elbow back to his hip. All I'm interested in is pulling Carl forward to get my hips under Carl's. So now I can go for the overhead sweep. So I'm here. Now what's going to happen is Carl's opening that elbow and then I just get into the omoplata again. So again, from that position, I'm extending to come up. I find the gi on the far side, getting my legs forward, trying to get his shoulder as close to the mat. Again, Carl's going to be trying to bring his shoulder off there, curling my feet back. We talked about putting pressure on him, coming back, finding that elbow, getting tension in that arm, walking backwards, filling that space, and then I come forward to finish with the omoplata. Look at that again. You find anytime you go to try and sweep someone over your head, this reaction of tucked elbows, they're putting their hands out to sort of stop themselves. So then we'll just go straight into the omoplata. So over here, I'm just playing shallow lasso. Carl doesn't make lateral movement, so I make the cross collar grip, trying to get that open elbow, but now he's pulling it back to his hip. So now there's no way I'm going to get the omoplata. So I just put in a De La Riva hook, and I pull on the collar, and I get my hips under Carl's, and I'm going to start launching him over my head. So we're not actually sweeping here, but when you want to practice the ability to balance your partner here and keep them above your head. Now if you notice, Carl's already starting, that elbow's coming away from the body. So now I'm just going to shoot straight into my omoplata. Now another thing he can do from here is, I'm looking to sit up. Carl can grip the inside of his thigh with his right hand. And that grip, especially if it's a stronger guy, physically stops me from coming up into the omoplata. So now we're going to switch to an omoplata bar. It's called a lazy armbar. So from there, I make a grip on the elbow, I plant my foot on the mat, and I shrimp and hip escape and get my left knee on the inside. And then I make a triangle. My right hand comes underneath, and I physically find Carl's hand with my hand. Okay? The left hand grabs his ankle, and rather than trying to pull straighten Carl's right leg out because it's bent, I'm actually going to pull his ankle towards me. And that's a lot easier to stretch this out to break that grip. Now if he stays there, I have the armbar. Once I have that thumb, I'm just extending it back going towards the elbow. See if I'm on my left side and I have a triangle on, and now I just break that over my hip. But Carl might roll. If he does, I just stay where I am, and I still have it. He moves, I don't. Which is why it's called a lazy armbar. So, let's look at that again. You need to practice this ability of being able to balance the person from the tomanagi, the overhead sweep. It's a good skill to have. So, from the grip, from the lasso, playing the game, he's not moving, I get the cross collar grip, try to get that open elbow, but he pulls that elbow back to his body. Anytime he does this, you should feel there's tension in their body, which means it's sweeping time, not omoplata time. So I just put that De La Riva hook in and start moving my hips under Carl and start putting him above my head. Now he's panicking, he'd be posting with his hands, and I'm just going to go straight into the omoplata. But rather than finishing this time, we'll look at another option. Carl makes a grip on the inside of his thigh. We don't want to get into the battle of trying to break this grip and re-omoplata. So I plant my foot on the mat, I want to use leverage, and I want to get my left knee inside, and I make a triangle. My right hand finds his wrist, and I come underneath and underhook that leg, and I pull his foot towards me, and now I can straighten his leg, because I have it in line, by pulling and removing his right knee from his wrist, so I coming to here. Once I have that thumb up, it's just against the hip. Or if he rolls, I stay where I am, I don't move. And now, I'll do it again. So from here, from the lasso, I find the cross collar grip. He puts tension in his body. I put my De La Riva hook in and start to put him over my head. He's coasting, and now I go straight into my own back. But he makes that grip on the inside of his thigh. So from there, I let go of the collar, spinning that elbow, put my foot on the mat, and shrimp with my knee inside and really close my triangle. My hand comes in, and I go for that bro handshake. Okay? Fine, underhook the leg, but rather than trying to pull it because it's bent, I'm bringing his foot towards me like a knee torque. And then I concentrate on trying to make separation between his right knee and his right hand. Once I have that and I free that grip, I stay where I am. I'm on my left side. I'm just bringing this back across my hip. Again, Carl might decide to roll. I stay where I am. I still have it. Still there. He moves around me. I don't move around him. Okay, so let's play with that, yeah?